I'm just leaving the lanes from Overwater, little car park beside Overwater. The final climb of the day over there, and we're going over this way now, heading over to Longlands. It's 8:30 in the morning and it's going to be a lovely day. That's a better view of Overwater where we parked earlier. We're heading up the moor side. If you look in the distance you can just make out Skiddaw, the mighty Skiddaw. And we're heading over Longlands Fell that way. We're at the top of Longlands Fell. It's we're heading next low to Fell, and we'll be bearing left up to Sca Fell, probably cutting back down to Fell, and then there's Great Cockup there, and then we're heading back down the valley. Back at Sca Fell. There's Knot in the background that we did yesterday. Cannock. And that's Little Sca Fell. And in the background over there is Binsey, which is the last one of the day. And we're heading down the path this way. We're going to head down to Fell. And we've got quite a steep down and up to Great Cockup. And you can just see Fell appearing as well off the brow of the hill. Quite a steep descent, and you can see Fell now, a better view, and behind it Great Cockup, and obviously Binsey in the background. Yeah, I think I'm glad I'm coming down this one, I'm not coming up it. And we're just approaching Fell. Have a cup of coffee I think at Fell. Lovely day again. There we go, that's Fell. And behind Great Sca Fell. And that's over there with Fell that we did yesterday. Scanning round to Binsey over there. This is a bit of a shelter. We're going to sit in and have a coffee. And that's Great Cockup. I think we've got a bit of a descent into a bit of a ravine and a climb out again. This is the top of Great Cockup, looking over to Little Cockup, and Binsey in the background. And then the two fells we came over first thing this morning, heading up to Great Sca Fell, and we came down that steep side. Perfect, stunning day. I'm just crossing a series of fields, small holding type fields. That's where we've come from. There's Binsey. You see there's some little peaks and troughs in these fields. That's the final climb of the day. Not so far now. Just approaching the top of Binsey. Quite a steep little climb, that one. You have to save a bit in the tank for that. But last one of the day, perfect. Trig point at Binsey. There's another cairn on the other side. Athens White. That'll be Ullock and Carlside over there, and Skiddaw, Bakestall, and that's the horseshoe loop that we've just been round earlier today. Awesome. So, Route 4. I climbed Route 4 on Monday the 19th of April. It was slightly out of sync because on the Sunday the 18th you'll see video 5 or route 5, which is coming next. Today I walked with my wife Carie, our husky Mia. Mia's 6 years old and doesn't understand why she's not allowed to pull because she's a husky, so consequently Mia doesn't always come on all the walks with me, particularly on the long days where it's just too hot for her. And obviously Stanley, who's still 7-month-old. A relatively easy walk, I thought. However, it proved to be a little bit more tiring than I expected, let's say. Initially, careful nav is required to go to Longlands Fell. But once you get on the right track, it's very, very straightforward, the navigation. The route today takes you over Great Sca Fell, which I'd actually done the day before on route 5. So twice you'll be on Great Sca Fell because the two routes link up there. All the hills were short climbs and they weren't particularly steep, but there's plenty of respite between them. So all in all, it's quite a nice walk. I'd say care is required once you've dropped off the climbs and you're heading across the various fields to get to the start of the Binsey climb, because the path, there's a left and a right, and then it's not particularly well signed. There's certainly one footpath which looked like it was going to go the left hand side of a fence, and the actual footpath required was on the right hand side of the fence. So you know, you do need to be careful and make sure you do get the correct path. Although Binsey is a relatively low fell in the Wainwrights Fells, it still gains height quite quickly, and considering it's at the back end of the day on this particular route, you know, it's not to be underestimated. We decided to take a different path once we come off of Binsey back to the car, just for a little bit of variety really, and you know, when we're walking along the lane back to the car park, we were both ready for a cup of tea when we'd finished, so we certainly know we'd been walking that day. Best view, well, I was torn on the best view for today. I did enjoy the view on Binsey, looking back and looking at, you can actually see the whole route that you'd done that day, and it was quite nice looking at how you could retrace your steps. But I thought the descent off of Great Sca Fell, which was very steep, and you're looking along the ridge line to Great Cockup, I thought that was quite cool as well. So I'd say I had two best views today. The total mileage today was 12.5 miles, and although all the climbs were relatively short, we still managed to ascend over 3,200 feet. So you know, it was a good day. We were walking for about 5 hours, and the actual day took us about 6 hours, including sandwiches and map reading and videoing, etc. Another lovely day.